Spending time alone allowed me to find myself at a very young age. Now, we are now in the age of the Aquarius. We are now in 2025, basically meaning that everything in a form of awakening is happening, whether that be health, whether that be wealth, whether that be spiritual teachings, whatever it is, right? We must know that we came with this. So therefore, we're just remembering a lot of stuff that I teach, a lot of stuff that I offer, a lot of stuff that a lot of individuals who are breaking free from the matrix, who are finding themselves, who are doing the work, right? The inner work, those individuals know that you have to spend time alone to find yourself. Now, we spoke about this before, right? If you're an individual that watched my channel, if you're a subscriber, even if you may have watched the video and you're not a subscriber and you're seeing this video and you've now resurfaced to come back, go ahead, click the subscribe button, bro. Join the family. But as I digress, spending time alone allowed me to realize that everything that I wanted on the external had to be found on the internal, right? When we talk about health, when we talk about wealth, when we talk about our mental health, right? A lot of things that can get misconstrued due to the lack of knowledge or the indoctrination that we've imbued on ourselves. We have to realize that it all starts with us, right? Whether it be your favorite entertainer, your favorite influencer, your favorite artist, whatever the case may be, they had to become something great internally so that the world could recognize them. See, a lot of you guys are so ahead of your time that you have to allow the world to catch up. Whether that be musically inclined behavior, whether that be creative behavior with clothing, with whatever, right? You have to sometimes allow the world to catch up to you. And this is why a lot of times we often see ourselves dumbing the content down, right? Numbing the form of, just downloads that we get. We don't feel like we can give that to the world because, they're not ready for it, right? But a lot of times that's just your own projection of you self-sabotaging. The people that are for you will be for you, bro. I promise you. So right now, you may be in a season of isolation. You may have been in a sense of where you haven't been speaking to friends. You may have just been working. You may have been saving money. You may have been in the gym. You may have just been working on yourself. And you're like, I'm missing out. Or I need to be. No, bro, you're not. I promise you, you're not. Like I just got from the gym. I just was working on myself outside once again. You feel me? Because I feel better when I'm pouring into me. I feel better when I'm not diluted with everybody else's problems or being everyone else's savior, right? Because in order to be a great man, in order to be a great woman, you have to be a great individual. I'll say that shit again, right? In order to be a great man and in order to be a great woman, you have to be a great individual, meaning you have to go through your own fire. You have to walk through your own trial. You have to go through your own adversity, and you have to build up from that. Everything that happens internally is going to be projected, whether that be sadness, happiness, etc. You have to realize that everything that you are doing in this current time is either shaping you to be someone you are proud of or pulling you further away from the individual that you are, right? Because we know that our decisions make us up. Our DNA, all of these different things is based off our decision making that we are doing currently. What food are you putting in your mouth? What books are you reading? What content are you seeing? When you scroll, right? What are you scrolling and looking at? Are you looking at positivity? Are you looking at podcasts? Or are you just getting entertainment? Are you just getting dopamine, right? Are you just trying to kill time? See, a lot of individuals have really bad, severe habits. A lot of individuals have a lot of things about them that they do not like, right? But you have to realize that a lot of these habits that you have so-called formed that you don't agree with have been just about you killing time, right? It's so ironic, but it's such the fucking truth, bro. A lot of individuals are drunks, are substance abuse addicts, etc., because they don't want to face themselves. So they rather kill time, right, and escape their reality rather than going through that fire and coming out on the other end, right? The thing about being a great individual is that being a great individual is rare. See, everybody is a human being for the most part. Everybody can possess very spiritual imbued gifts. Everybody can literally become whatever they want to be in this world, right? We are the creators of our reality. But at the same time, you have to realize that only a few will choose to do what it takes to become great. Only a few will do the sacrificing and do the hard work that it takes to actually become who they need to be. Only a few people will read and not go out and have fun, will exercise and not go out to the club, right? Will pour into themselves, save money, become financially literate, learn every single day, right? Get those 3 W's that I talk about a lot on my channel every single day, right? Let's say you wake up every day and the first thing you do is go roll a blunt, right? Okay, get your 3 W's done before you go roll the blunt. Okay, bet. You want to make music? Go make you a song before you go roll that blunt. If you can't be your creative highest, right? And we talk about creative, being our creative version of ourselves is being the highest version of ourselves, because we know that all of these downloads are coming from the ethers. This isn't something that we just bring about. No, nigga, this shit is a download. So whether it's a line from a song, whether if it's an idea for a music video, whether it's whatever, right? These are downloads that you are getting, right? Nobody else is getting these shits. You're getting these things. So that's what I mean when I say you are great, right? So as I digress, if you have a scope of where you find yourself doing the same thing every day, because relatively speaking, a lot of us do the same things every day and we wonder why we're getting the same result, right? So if the first thing you do is destroy yourself rather than build yourself, start swapping those things out. It's going to be easier for you to take baby steps to get to your destination rather than you trying to take leaps. See, a lot of us, right? Imagine you're on water, right? And you know they have those little pods that you walk across so you don't sink and fall in the water. You have to take life like that, right? Instead of trying to leap, the chances of you falling in water will be higher if you leap and try to run across that water with the pods rather than you just walking, right? Because no matter if I get there faster or long, like, it doesn't matter, bro. At the end of the day, I'm still getting to my destination. And this is what I talk about a lot. And this is what I want you guys to really get from these videos is it doesn't matter if you start at 20. It doesn't matter if you start at 18. It doesn't matter if you start at 40. You started. The biggest regret you can ever have in life is just simply not doing. It isn't the, oh, I did this and, oh, I wish I didn't. No, bro. You should never have a regret of something you did. Whether it be whatever it is, right? Whether it be you robbed a bank, whether it be you sold this, whether it be you whatever, right? You did it and you learned from it and you progressed from it, right? Don't sit there and allow yourself to be a victim of what you've done, because what's done is done. The only thing that you should ever be worried about is what you have not done, right? For example, I've not yet become the biggest YouTuber yet, but it's on the way because it's already happened. It's just pending. I've yet to become the biggest artist, but it's happening because it's pending, right? I've yet to become the biggest author and creative, but it's coming because it's pending. So you have to treat this life as such. You have to treat life like that. You have to treat life like every day I wake up is a test. Every day I wake up is a gift, right? So I need to pass these things. I need to pass this game of life. Just like I was saying earlier with the blunt analogy, right? Get your 3 W's in before you roll up. So it won't be what will happen is, right, your brain is already wired to smoke weed. So it's not the fact that you want to really smoke weed. You're just now built neural pathways in your brain that have got you comfortable and habitual with smoking weed every day, right? A lot of times you don't even want to be high. You just don't know how it feels to be sober anymore, right? You don't like the sober version of yourself because your brain chemically doesn't know the difference. And this is why a lot of people go into a form of going insane, because when you get high so much and you do so many substances, you start losing you, right? So as I digress, right? If what you wake up and do is derogatory and destroying you, how about you wake up and do something positive? First thing in the morning and get that shit out the way. First thing you do, all right, I'm about to write this song. Okay, wrote the song. All right, second thing, I'm about to work out. All right, bet, I'm about to do this 30-minute workout right quick. Boom, right? Third thing I'm about to do, I'm about to eat a healthy meal. You just got 3 W's, bro. You just got 3 W's in for the entire day. And 9 times out of 10, 85% of everyone else is on their phone scrolling, watching TV, playing with themselves, doing something degenerate, and you just got 3 things done and you still got to roll up. That sounds like a W to me. Nigga, if anything, you getting 4 W's. So it's not about so much of the one thing. It's about the choice around it, right? Because we know we are our habits. So if you a winner, you're going to be a winner regardless if you smoking or not, right? If you a winner, you're going to be a winner regardless of if you're working out or not. But at the same time, we know that working out makes us better, right? We know that smoking declines our cognitive function, right? This is statistically proven. So if you're going to do these things, you have to actually build some form of structure around your life. If you just waking up every day just to wake up with nothing planned, with nothing to do, with no itinerary, how the fuck are you supposed to get shit done? How are you supposed to get shit done? If you wake up every single day and you're not waking up for something, you just waking up, going to work, getting high, rinse, repeat. You waking up, getting high, rinse, repeat. Waking up, going to work, rinse, repeat. Like, how are you supposed to get anywhere in life? So this is what I mean when I say habits, 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 my nigga. Habits are your future. Literally. If you gonna go roll up, bro, get some work done. If you gonna go get high, make it worth it. If you gonna go get high, make sure if you getting high, bro, that is you allowing yourself to do something constructive rather than you just being a fucking degenerate. Now look, bro, like I said, we have to take the steps we need to take. We got to take the time we need to take, right? We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So if you may be an individual where you know, right, okay, I need to cut this habit out or I need to cut that habit out. Start with them 3 W's, bro. All right, if you smoke every day, shit, start smoking 3 times a week. All right, are you smoking 3 times a week? All right, bet. Let me just smoke on the weekend. All right, I'm smoking on the weekend. Now I'm smoking shit. Maybe 8 times a month. That's not bad, right? Depending on how many times you smoking in that weekend. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? But realistically speaking, right? If you can do the work in the beginning and you can take those steps, you can get anywhere you want to go. If you wake up, right, for your diet, if you wake up and you eat junk food, replace that junk food with something. You wake up, eat a bag of chips, eat an apple. You wake up and eat a donut, eat a peach. Right? You wake up and drink a Gatorade, drink some coconut water. Right? Take them small steps, bro. It's not about leaping, right? You take your biggest quantum leaps when you take your biggest steps. It's all about a step, bro. It's not about a leap. In order for you to leap, you have to know how to step. And you have to know how to go towards your destination. So, hey, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. You already know how we rock it. You already know what's going on. Consistency is here. For the new people that's watching this, I got a TikTok down below. I got my IG link in description. Hey, look, like I just said, man, we're going up. If you've been here for the 14-minute mark, I love you. I appreciate you. Hey, once again, links down below. Subscribe. If you fucking with the content, subscribe. If you loving what you see, hey, at the end of the day, you already know how we rocking, family. Hey, I'm out.